Oh, we'll get into the negative thought patterns in a minute, but first of all, I want to just glean from you personally, again, some of the experiences you've had as a kid, maybe with your voice, and maybe some situations in school, or just in general. What are some of your experiences around your voice, both positive and negative?
I have to say that, like, I've always loved singing, but if we were on... If we were visiting my grandparents who live 4 hours away, it was not a welcome thing to sing in the car while my dad was driving. But for some reason that really didn't have an impact on my love of singing. I think he must have, I don't know.
But what were some of the things that you were told when you wanted to sing?
Misha, not now. Misha, it's too much.
Yeah.
Misha, I'm driving. Things like that. I mean, yeah. I don't. No one used to shut up in our household.
No,
that wasn't.
No.
That language was like not accepted.
Yeah.
In our household.
Yeah. But it was, you were told to, not now.
But sternly.
Yeah. Exactly. Any others?
Like how my voice.
Yeah, some positive or negative experiences, either one.
Well, I grew up really, severely shy. Like, I would never answer questions in school. I'd never raise my hand. I would rather wet my pants than ask to go to the bathroom. That's how scared I was. I was very shy, and I feel like my mom influenced that a lot because she said, oh, how great I was, I never... And then I got teenage years, and that's when I started having my voice.
Oh.
And I started, reading and, really being assertive with what I wanted and what I wanted to do. And that's when I started having a voice. Like, in school, I'd actually talk and, answer questions, and I'd have more friends. Because before, I was the kid that dreaded recess because that meant socializing with other kids, and that scared me. So I was really, really quiet. But then now I'm fine. I just grew out of it, I guess.
Yeah. Good. All right. How about you, Amanda?
Well, I had the opposite experience where as a child I was very vocal and very confident and just very happy. And I have a 5-year-old daughter, so I see a lot of myself as a child in her, and she's just really confident. And then as I got older, certain experiences shaped me, and then I started becoming much more shy and not as confident. And I'm working on that now, but it took me 500 years to...
Name, if you can trust us enough to share, what one or two things, what were some of the things that happened that made you,
Well, I guess when I entered my teenage years, there were a lot of mean women or girls at the time. And so I thought that instead of being all happy and feeling confident in my own body, that I should just kind of downplay myself and just kind of do bad things and just not bring any positive attention.
Yes.
Silly, but...
Well, and we've got this whole thing now with bullying. Bullying has been a hot topic now for some time. And I don't know if that's just because we've got kids in closer quarters, or what do you think that is? Why do you think that people are using their voices in a negative way to overpower people?
Because they can.
There are more ways to do it now. I'm glad that we didn't have Facebook when I was a
good point.
Yeah. Social media has its benefits, but then it can also be really harmful.
Yep.
I think it's kids who are insecure, who want to feel empowered, and to experience that they feel like they have to have power over, as opposed to be empowered within themselves. They're probably, it's not conscious, but...
Yeah. Do you think that has anything to do with the terrible shootings and things we've had in schools and some of those things,
sure.
as, in terms of having a voice? Do you recall any background of any of the people that took out that violence on other people because they weren't...
I saw a pattern with a lot of them.
Can you speak up a little
Oh,
bit?
I saw a pattern with a lot of them. There's actually articles out about how a lot of them had actual depression or anxiety, and they were put on SSRIs, and that possibly could have messed with their brain. So maybe drugs nowadays, not even legal drugs, but illegal drugs. I don't know.
Yeah. And for the audience, you mentioned SSRIs. What is that?
It's a type of medication given to, well, it shouldn't be given to people under 20. From what I've heard from a psychiatrist, because people under 20 metabolize it differently, but it's basically like an antidepressant.
Yeah, so the pharmaceuticals are inhibiting people from self-expression.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes, these children that we label as hyperactive or overactive or, anxiety or whatever the label is, sometimes the way our culture is, there's no place. If you're raised in an urban environment, for example, you don't always have the farm to go run and bike and do all these things to get out, that kind of energy, really.